Hello, Divine Universe. How are you tonight? I thought they had me blocked at first. I couldn't get on. Hey, Donna. How you doing, hon? How is everybody tonight? Nothing, Rebecca. We are just we're going to start doing spiritual talks on Friday nights. And I'm sure you can contribute to this also, Rebecca. I thought they had me blocked at first. I couldn't get on. I tried 3 times. Look at Bree. She's the one that talked me into doing spiritual talks only. I'm doing good, guys. This moon energy and this eclipse energy is getting to me. I'm sure it's affecting everybody. Does anybody have an idea for a topic tonight? Happy 4th to you too, Casey. Does anybody do anything fun tomorrow? Okay, so I do know one topic I want to talk about tonight is yeah, we could work on healing. Oh, yeah, we can talk about animals. I should have pulled my books out. So last Sunday night something popped up, and the only thing I could do is apologize to the person because the person was so full of entities that they couldn't hear anything I had to say. But when you ask somebody to do a reading for you, you give them permission to go into your energy field. Are you aware of that? They can go in and do things without you even being aware of. So I wasn't sure how many of you were even aware of that. Okay, ask away. Hey, that's what we're here for. If I don't know the answer, there might be somebody else that does. Yeah. Now, okay, so I am grounded and have major spiritual protection up all the time. And if something comes into my awareness, then it seems to be something that I need to let other people know about also. And it came up last Sunday night. She wanted to talk to me afterwards and apologize, but she kept attacking me. I told her, and I explained to her that when you ask somebody for a reading, you're giving them permission to go in. They could do anything they want. That's why you have to be aware of who you're getting a reading from. But even when you, but Casey, even when you ask somebody for a reading, you're still opening up your energy. Otherwise, they can't read you. That's the thing. And I had to clarify that with one of my teachers. You can ask about somebody else to where their energy interacts with you. But if you're asking like that's a hard one. As long as their energy interacts with you, you can ask questions about them. but you can't go in and, okay, if I do a reading for somebody else, I usually don't do it. Or if it feels urgent or feels like I need to do it, then I go in and ask permission of their higher self first, okay? So what popped up with this lady is she was so full of entities, and when I tried to show her a healing technique, the entities absolutely went nuts. They did not want her to know anything about clearing anything. So that was an interesting energy. Hey Janice, how are you? Are you new, hon? My son is going to send me stuff all night. So I thought that was a good topic of discussion tonight. But I know if I do healing work for anybody, I go in and ask permission of their higher self first, and then I say, "Oh, you have been here before, hon?" Okay, so I ask permission of the higher self, and then I say, it's up to the person whether they accept the healing or not. Because they could outright refuse the energy. You know, they may not be aware that I'm doing the work, but it's all there. Janice, I get so busy sometimes I can't keep track of anybody anymore. So when you used to ask a question from readers about your ex, everyone except for one said he hasn't moved on and was stuck on me. Lies he started dating and living with someone. So we are very, very powerful creators. And sometimes we can influence what the cards are saying. That's why it's hard for you to do cards for yourself. Because you're putting the energy out there. Okay? And it could be that he might have been stuck on you at the same time, but guys are funny. I don't even know how to explain about guys. They focus on one thing at a time. They can put something out of their mind. If they feel like it's not good for them, they can just kind of push it to the side and focus on something else too. I know everybody's been telling me for 3 years that this guy's coming back, and it's like, he hasn't come back. So I don't know what you guys are getting. I just kind of blocking all the information now. So I know what you're talking about, Divine. I have no explanation for that except maybe that's what we want. How are you, Susie? Right now, too. Yesterday, I had a medium tell you someone from your past is coming back. But the thing is, when they're talking about somebody coming from the past, it may not be somebody from this lifetime. It may be somebody from another lifetime also. But do we allow, see, that's the thing. Do we allow something new to come in because we're still hung up on the other person? Oh, Susie, take care of yourself. Oh, same thing here, Divine. And I was going to ask you, Tiffany, how are you feeling, hon? Well, we're glad you popped in and said hi, Susie. Oh, I am so... Me too. I keep putting it out there. Come on, universe. I am so open to somebody new. Please, please. I am begging for somebody new. You know, we don't want to dwell in that pain anymore, you know? It's choice, but I haven't figured it out. Well, they can only pick up. I can only tell you what I'm guided to tell you. That's what I can say. I rely a lot on the cards, but some things come out of my mouth that I don't know anything. It may be totally different from what the card is even saying, but it's the energy around you. I don't know if it's just something that's stuck in our energy field. That's why I suggest the bubble technique too. Complications. Oh. Hey, Leo Fire, how are you? Happy 4th of July to you too. So maybe Leo can help us out with this one. Leo, we're kind of all stuck on, we have readings that keep telling us that somebody's coming back from the past. What is your take on that? And then the person never comes back. Thank you, Susie. Love to you too, hon. Hope you feel better. Oh. So Leo's probably been doing readings longer than I have. Haven't we all, Bree? Haven't we all? That's why, okay, some people will come back because of the emotions of a Mercury retrograde and what they went through, whether it's a dark night of the soul or whether it's them having a realization and feeling the situations around them at the current time. So a lot of us, yeah. And then some of the ladies have reached out to this person and they've moved on to somebody else, but they're still being told that they still care and that they're coming back. So I don't know if it's just something that's stuck in the energy field that we're not letting go of. Yeah, ego can be a big blockage. Yes, energy can shift. All you have to do is make a choice and you can shift the energy instantly. They've been telling me for 3 years that mine was coming back. He's been telling me he's coming back for 3 years and it hasn't happened, It's not just I don't think it's just the Mercury retrograde. I think I don't know, maybe it's, yeah, because we've been telling you for a long time, Tiffany, that yours is coming back. And it is stressful. That's what I said. I got so upset that I blocked him when he told me he was coming back this time. I said, I can't deal with this anymore. And he was so angry. Man, this man was finding ways around my protection that I couldn't figure out how to block him. And I finally took the blockages down and the stress went away. If it doesn't show up for you in a reading that someone will come back or want to come back, that doesn't necessarily mean that reading wasn't meant for you. Does it mean all of it wasn't? Some might be. The more you connect to your guide, the more you will figure it out. What messages are correct for you? This can take some time. Ugh. Oh, I know that's so frustrating, Divine. Because they've been telling me for 2 years, yeah, 2. I don't even ask about him. They tell me, well, you've got somebody new coming in and then somebody's coming back from the past. Well, that hasn't happened either. So, yeah. And I, for one, have never, ever, ever claimed to be 100% accurate. So, but then how much are we blocking it with our belief systems and our points of view and our negative thinking also? Because we create our reality, do we really want this person to come back? Are we really open to it? If we have a belief that it's not going to happen, that's going to block it from happening also. That's why I tell you guys to pay attention to your points of view, your belief systems, and your negative self-talk. Because that can block anything from happening. And I catch myself doing it. They tell me, oh, he's coming back. And it's like, I don't believe it. Mercury retrograde intensifies feelings. That's why it could potentially be an outcome. Was born under more retrogrades than we just had, but we don't have firm control of time. When things are meant to happen, they happen. So again, I'm thinking too that trolls are out already, huh, Casey? The thing is, are we allowing the universe to bring it in, though? That's the thing. Because we could ask for something, and universe says, I love you so much, I will give you whatever you want. But then it comes down here, and here's a major block. Okay, I can't give it to her that way, so I'm going to move over here a little bit. And it keeps coming down like a staircase till it comes down to us in a watered down version of what we originally asked for. Hey, Bulldog. Okay, that I'm open to that, Leo. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, astrology makes a lot of sense. Astrology is not set in stone. Astrology is still just potential. Yeah, see, yeah, being stuck in that energy. But then again, like I said, our belief systems, our points of view about things, I keep telling myself, well, after all this time, it's not going to happen. No, nobody's 100% accurate. When I have people tell me, you've been right on every time I've ever talked to you, and it's like, I second guess myself then. But when the same readers are all telling you the same thing over and over again, then there's something in your energy field that's creating that, whether it's a wish, a thought, a point of view, a belief system, or something that we're telling ourselves, yeah, that has it stuck in there, and that's what they're picking up on. And that's one of the reasons I put the bubble technique out there for you guys to work on clearing some of that thing, so we can get past all these things that are blocking us to move forward. Yes. But then the subconscious mind kicks in and stops us from having things. And that's one of the things I tell you guys, pay attention, to your Bulldog, you go in and watch the bubble technique right now, girl. Because we have belief systems and points of view that are stuck in the subconscious mind that run our lives, And if we don't believe that we're worthy of something or something's not going to happen, then we're going to block it from happening. I got the same thing, Divine Universe. Do you have any kind of salt pillow or anything, Tiffany, that you could put it in the microwave and warm it up and put it on? Yeah. Much love to you, hon, and I hope you feel better. Yeah, because when you believe things, when you have these points of view, I mean, even our parents, figures of authority, give us our belief systems about how things should be. Okay, those are major blockages. Okay, society, cultural things, the ways things should be. Those are all belief systems that can block us from moving forward to things. But if we're stuck, we have a pattern that's stuck in our mind that says, oh, yeah, he's coming back, he's coming back, he's coming back, then people are going to pick up on that. And it's like the woman that I was talking to on Sunday. She had it so stuck in her head that I was invading her sovereignty, even though she asked me for a reading. That all I could do was back off and say, "I'm sorry." That's her belief system. I'm an infinite being. I am an infinite being. Oh. Yeah, it is, Tiffany. Take care of yourself, hon. Yeah. I was trying to help this person and she was attacking me because she said I was so this is something that entities say a lot. You're invading my sovereignty. Okay. Entities have a tendency to say that. Okay, hon, you take care of yourself. And it'll be Sunday, okay, hon? Exactly, but she had it stuck in her head that I was invading her space, that I was invading her sovereignty, and what I was doing was picking up on the energy and trying to tell her, and they didn't want her to know that. So that turned into an interesting night. Yeah. She was attacking me like crazy. And then once she left the room, all the healers in the room come in and cleared the space. And they said, oh, yeah, she had a lot of stuff going on. I wish that YouTube would do like Messenger groups is doing, and we could talk back and forth. Little secret: when you use your abilities and finding out what they are, that's how you get your answers, and you hope they fix the right person. Yeah. You speak feelings. A lot of the readings I've done, I've gotten the answers to my grandfather or above my grandfather. Other mediums have to give themselves when dealing with me and my ability. See, I'm not a medium, though. That's it. I'm not a medium. Medium. Balance. Yeah. Okay, for this first thing, B, I wouldn't try to prove him wrong. Honey, have you gone in and watched the video on how to cut cords? For one thing, yeah, balance is. Honey, I'm a Libra. I have a stellium of Libra, and balance is crucial. I don't even know. I don't even call myself a psychic. But Bree, I would cut cords with him, Bree. That's the first thing, hon. And don't interact with him at all. If you accept the interaction again, then you're reopening the cords attaching. The water machine bubbled when I said that. Yeah. Exactly. It's a matter of trust, because I used to second guess some of the things I was saying, and then I just started letting it come through, and started having even better results. And it's like, spirit knows what it's talking about. Block him, cut cords with him, okay? Ask for you can go. We should do Akashic Records one night. Because you can go in and ask the Akashic Records to amend the contract also. See, as soon as you opened up that line of communication, you reattached to it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I had to learn that the hard way too. But then too, Bree, go in and make sure if you have any friends in common, make sure that he's not attaching to you through the friends also, or kids, whatever, family. So Leo, can you recommend this reader to us too? We know you do a good job, but if you're watching a reader, we would like to watch it too. You're friends with his ex. Okay. So Bree, when you go in, I want you to look at the chords. Okay. Ask the archangels to color cords, the color code the cords between him and his ex and the ex to you and see if any of his cords are coming in through her attaching to you. If you ask them to color code them, then you can see where they're attaching. Does that make sense, hon? Hey, Elle, how you doing? Leo, are you going to share your reader with us? Or are you talking about yourself? I'm watching. Well, you know you're watching somebody right now. Read the cards very correctly for the true meaning of an outcome. Also uses experiences over time. Yeah. She reminds you of him. You don't have to do it in meditation. Just close your eyes and do it, hun. Oh, you got your boxes yesterday. Good, hun. Now you're busy unpacking everything. No, you don't need to prove anything to anyone. See, and that's something I keep telling Bulldog. She's trying to figure things out. She's gonna be mad at me for using her for an example. Okay. She tries to figure things out, and when you're trying to figure things out, then you're holding on to it also. Yes, we're all ears, Casey. The best way you can do that, Bree, is just by example. But like I said, make sure that he's not attaching to you through his ex. He's probably still attached to her also. Well, I don't know how to explain it, Casey. So we're all getting readings that are telling us that somebody's coming back from the past, to hold on, that he's coming. But it's a long time. And in Divine's case, he's already moved on and living with somebody else. So we're kind of wondering, speculating on why did they keep picking up on somebody's coming back and yes. Oh, hi, Brianna. Brianna's my baby girl. I love you too, girl. Your body can tell you so much. It's like my niece today. She kept messaging me and asking me if it was the right doctor to deliver her baby. I told her, Jeanette, close your eyes and tell me what your body's telling about this doctor. She goes, my body loves this doctor. He just thinks he's great, but my mind keeps telling me to get rid of him. And it's like, oh. Janice, aren't you the one that had the butterflies in your stomach? That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, it could be another lifetime. I didn't even think about that. But yet he keeps telling me that he's coming back. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. It's like, my crazy daughter is moving back to Colorado here in a couple weeks. We're not talking about him. All I said was you're trying to figure it out. And I keep telling you to let go of trying to figure it out, because then that hangs on to the energy. And yes, we'll clear that. We're just talking spirituality tonight, hon. Exactly. Exactly. And that's one of the reasons I blocked him, because he kept telling me he was coming back. And it's like, then you have this expectation, then you have this belief system that he's really coming back, and then it's blocking you from moving forward, you know? And it was interesting, once I blocked him, I wasn't obsessively thinking about him. It's him. I was picking up the energy from him, you know? I'm thinking it's me that is obsessing, but like I said, as soon as I blocked him, the obsession went away. So, Pamela George. Thank you, Leo. I listened to Patricia. Yes. Yes, I listened to Patricia. She's got some good stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Consciousness, evolution. I listened to her too. And she keeps saying the same thing. H and G. Yeah. Yeah, I have a stellium. I have like 5 or 6 signs all in Libra. Yes, Leo fire. Yes. H and G, a cup of love. I haven't heard of that one. A cup of love. Cindy G. I've listened to Cindy G too. Yeah, I'll subscribe to her. Hey, Georgia Peach. Okay, yeah, I will definitely look up Helen. Thank you, Leo. You're funny, Bree. He's older and fat. I clear so much every day, Bulldog. It's crazy. 1111, usually, yeah. Pay attention to what you're thinking at the time. Start visualizing what you want to manifest. But a lot of times, 1111 also tells you you're on the right path. So Bulldog, reframe that. At 11, when you see 1111, visualize what you want to manifest. Yeah. Yes, Leo. Yes. Yes. Yeah, a lot of times you just Google angel numbers and you can get some good explanations for numbers too. And Casey, you wanted to talk about animals tonight too. Exactly. Oh, what are you doing? I did not say Alexa. Why did Alexa come up? I know you were talking about your black kittens last weekend. So, for one thing, I wouldn't be I wouldn't be superstitious because they're black cats for one thing, because black is the color, it's all colors just like white is all colors. It's just a different duality, okay? It's also black is the color of something yet to be manifested. I don't know how to use the community tab on this. I need to take a class on how to use YouTube. Okay, that's a belief system, that's a point of view, Bulldog. Black cats are not bad luck. I've had some very, very loving, caring, intuitive black cats that were very healing. You're funny, Bulldog. That's because you believe that black cats are bad, though. So the universe is going to communicate in a way that you're going to understand. Poor little kitty cats. I know, poor little kitty cats. You know, and it's funny because a lot of black animals that are in the shelters never get adopted because people have the belief system that black is evil. No, black is the yet to be manifested. It can be used as evil, but if you look at the yin yang energies, okay, the feminine side is black and the masculine side is white. Does that mean that the women are bad? No. Oh, I would be happy if it started a downpour. I love the rain. Onyx and tuxedo. Yeah. No. And birds are communication, yes. Owls are seeing truth and clarity in the situation. They're also a warning to watch out for somebody using the dark arts. And it's interesting because as we raise our consciousness, animals are raising their consciousness also. Yep. Now, Bulldog has ravens and crows outside her window. And to me, ravens represent magic and mystery. And crows can, according to the Native Americans, crows carry sacred law. Ravens are just totally intelligent. They have done tests where they have done tests to where they have taught a raven how to do one task at a time, and then they threw the bird in with 7 different tasks at the same time in order to get to an end result. The bird went through each one of the tasks, successfully completed it, and just knew that he needed to use like a stick or something on the next piece to get the treat that he wanted. But see, Edgar Allan Poe was giving his points of view about things. Somebody else was just telling me that they had a bunch of birds show up. Like, who was it? Somebody besides Bulldog. They told me this week that they had a bunch of birds show up like something out of the Birds movie. The whale usually represents communication. Sometimes it takes a long time with the obsession that you just said. It doesn't have to be obsession, but it has to be karma or whatever's going to happen. And who was going to feel it, you really have to look. Yeah. Lions are very majestic. They're very awesome. Very intelligent creatures. I was going to pull out my books too on the lions. Let me pull out some of my cards. Hold on. Oh, you're so funny, Pinky. Well, I found 3 decks real quick. Let's see what Diana Cooper says about Lion. I'm sure it's in here. Maybe it doesn't. Now, I know a mountain lion is leadership, but I would think that other lion would be like that too. Let me look. I have dozens of books. Does it give a... Nope, this doesn't have an index. But whale, yeah, I do have whale is in here. Where are you? I know the spider represents creativity. There's a swan, orca, ox, mantis, ladybug, crane, California condor, flamingo. I'm going to have to find that. We're going to have to do one just on animals. Royal families, bison, pig, prairie dog, alpaca, Tasmanian devil, lioness, fast to act, intends not to slow down until the task is done. They like to tie up loose ends and stop procrastinating. They'll light a fire under you to get you up and moving. Yeah. Yeah, the chimes are going off in the front tonight. So whale, let's see. I know mountain lion is leadership. Whale is, I know whale's communication. Oh, whale is the record keeper. It's the dolphin that's communication. So the whale pretty much is the keeper of the Akashic records. Whale people can tap into the universal mind of the Great Spirit and have no idea how or why they know what they know. Oh, that sounds familiar. Only later, when they receive confirmation, do they begin to understand how or why they received the impressions. Okay, I will tell her that. I will talk to her. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I have to write that down. Hold on. Yes, everybody's got to watch Leo Fire. Let me just click on it and subscribe and go back. Yeah, I've got it. Yeah. This has definitely been an interesting week. This weekend's going to be interesting. These are in alphabetical order, and it does not have lion. I can't believe that. Now, last 2 weeks ago, I had a bluebird walking across back and forth at the stop sign. We're just walking a foot over and a foot back in front of me, like trying to get your attention here. And then I walked up, and there was a raven feather out here in the front yard. Yes. Tomorrow is an eclipse. It's what is it? New moon or full moon and eclipse. So everybody needs to send an intention for the next 6 months. I do know that's important. It's an eclipse in Capricorn. It is, yeah, it's a new moon, but it's an eclipse in Capricorn, and Capricorn. I don't know a lot about astrology, but they're usually, stability, strong, hardworking. Yes. Hi, Jen. How are you? There had to be lion in here. I could have swore I saw lion in here beside the lioness. Yeah. Okay. Both of my I'm tired too, Jen. And the chimes are blowing too. In fact, I think Bulldog just called you up, hon. She says, "Where's Jen?" Because the chimes are blowing tonight. So both my daughters are Capricorns. They're hardworking, but they're party animals. Yeah. Both my daughters are Capricorns, and they're party animals. And one's in her 40s and one's in her 20s. I told somebody one time, I said, what did I ever do to deserve two Capricorn daughters? And she told me to go look at my chart. She says, I bet you have Mars in Capricorn. And I did. Yeah, she did straight manifest you, honey, because she just said, that's not even 2 minutes ago. Not even 2 minutes ago, she said, where's Jen? She needs to hear the chimes. And now that you're here, the chimes are quiet. Isn't that funny? Look at, now that she's here, both sets of chimes have gone silent. You must have been meant to be here, hon. Yeah. I know. As soon as she got here, they got quiet. That is so funny. They were calling her in. I've been telling Bulldog about some alternative ice cream. She finally tried one. So delicious ice cream. Yeah, we've all been worried about you, Jen. What was it? Caramel, cashew. I wrote it down somewhere. Caramel cashew ice cream. It's made with coconut milk, Janice. Gluten-free, dairy-free. So your totem's mine's an eagle. So I was talking to somebody last Friday night, and her daughter, well, she's Native American, but her daughter is really into the spirituality, and she was talking about the Phoenix dream I had, who's back here, okay, is what are they called? They're people that reflect back to other people who they are, and they live their lives backwards. Hayoka. Had to think about it. That's why you're so worried about everything that's going on, Jen, because a wolf represents family. An owl, truth and wisdom. Hey, Bulldog, oh, yeah, she'll block you for cussing. Owl, so I love these medicine cards that I have. Athena used to wear an owl on her shoulder in order for her to see the whole truth. Girl, I got so much Libra, I can't believe it. Owl, 121. So owl medicine is symbolically associated with clairvoyance, astral projection, and magic, both black and white. It's called a night eagle. Sits in the east, the place of illumination. Night is its friend. Let's see. They're called the night hunters. An owl feather is silent. You cannot hear an owl when it flies, but its prey definitely knows when it strikes, for its beak and talons are razor sharp. If you have owl medicine, these night birds will have a tendency to collect around you. It's a symbol of wisdom because an owl can see what others cannot, which is the true essence of wisdom. And Athena used the owl on her shoulder, which revealed unseen truths to her. Owl had the ability to light up Athena's blind side, enabling her to speak the whole truth as opposed to only a half truth. So pay attention to signals. So Janice, but I told my I told my granddaughter, I'm telling you. So I told my granddaughter, she's got a little boy that's 5 and he's listening, right? I said, ask your angels to remember your dreams before you go to bed and ask them to show you what your totem is. So she didn't do it, but my 5-year-old grandson did. So he says, Mom, I did what Grandma said, and I asked what my totem is, and they told me I'm a deer. And that suits his personality to a T. Major, major. So if you ask before you go to bed, ask the angels to remember your dreams and ask what your totem is and see what you dream about. So I read a book years and years ago, gosh, back in the 80s. And it said, do like a meditation where you're walking through the forest and you come into this cave. And when you come out on the other side of the cave, you'll see your totem. And there was an eagle flying. And I said, oh, I was learning Native American spirituality. And I said, oh, I'm not worthy of that. But then a few years later, I went to a meditation where she walked you through the forest. You walk up to a lake. You look into the lake, and the reflection over your shoulder is what your totem is. And then you're supposed to turn around and ask what's the importance of the connection is. Okay, you have a good night, Leo Fire, and thank you for your assistance. Yes. You have an awesome weekend, Leo. I know, I know, I know. But I think after 3 years, I've got Leo, I've been single for 21 years. I think I have a right to be a little bit impatient. That was an awesome contribution. Yes. Yes, she's been having problems with the stalker. It's good to see you, Jen. I've been wondering where you were. We've been worrying about you. Yes. Is there anything else you guys wanted to talk about tonight? Did we lose Bree? What did I do? Oh. Oh, cool. Yes, I want to see the kitties. You know, the Egyptians worship the cats, and there's a reason. Cats are so intelligent. They're so smart, and I'm sure they have multitudes of things to teach us. I don't have lucid dreams. Well, maybe I do. Leo has pictures. Leo Fire 555. They chase their shadows. Yeah. Leo Fire 555 has pictures on his community page. Yeah. I can't have cats anymore. I'm allergic to them. I probably react to dogs too, but not as much as cats. Because I know sometimes if this one's been running around outside in the weeds, my eyes get bad. So, animals are not dumb. They're not dumb at all. And there's no accident that dog is God backwards, because look at the unconditional love that dogs give us also. Cats have a little bit of an attitude. They have a little bit of sass to them, you know? Cats remind me of the Queen of Fire with a little bit of sass. Yes, that's good. We all need time, and especially now. This year has been so intense for everybody, you know, and that's one of the things I always tell everybody before COVID. You know, even if you take 10 minutes a day to close your eyes and listen, that could change your whole life. You know. Yes. And I tell people to sit down and do things that are on their bucket list also while they were off. So something weird happened today. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Oh, never mind. I'm not even going to tell you about that one. Okay. So I saw a guy with a trailer, and he had a dryer and a nice looking chair, and he was giving them away free. This was a brand new dryer. It'd been sitting in somebody's garage for 5 years, never been used. Okay. Ended up having no way to get it home. I even offered him gas money. He says, well, if I don't hear anybody from an hour, I'll take it to your house. Well, somebody showed up while I was there and wanted it. So that was the end of that. But we ended up talking spiritual talk, and he was telling me some things that he had gone through, and how him and his brother had always were raised poor, and they never had anything, but yet him and his wife are always bailing people out. She just got a PhD. She's making big bucks now, and they just paid off a bunch of their cars and all kinds of stuff. And I told him, well, focus on the gratitude. I showed him how to do the bubble technique and start clearing some of those old belief systems and stuff. And he sat down and cried. Absolutely sat down and cried. I said, well, there was a reason I needed to be in Parker today. Didn't get anything done in Parker I needed to get done, but apparently I was supposed to connect with this guy today. Yeah. That is so funny. My granddaughter just accidentally sent me a picture of sexy underwear. And then she goes, "Oops, Grandma, wrong person." That's funny. Highly favored? Girl, I don't see how anybody could be highly favored except maybe with a soul contract where you've come in to experience that. But to me, we're all on the same level spiritually. It's just what lessons we came in to learn. It may seem like a no vibe lesson, but actually on a spiritual level, it's no different than coming in and being highly favored. It's all learning experience. I've never heard of being highly favored before. In what context did they use being highly favored? Hey Daisy, how are you tonight? I'm doing good. Kind of going crazy with this new moon energy and this eclipse energy coming up. So did they tell you that in a reading, Casey? Well, I think that's because you made that choice, that decision before you came in. Because we do pick the lessons that we're going to learn before we come in. But that's awesome that yeah. And one of the things that they've always told me is I'm highly protected. You behaving yourself, Daisy? I'm sure you came in to manifest a lot of good things, Casey. It's just deciding exactly what you want to manifest, you know? It's getting past the limitations and the judgments of man's reality and manifesting exactly what you want. So, Casey, besides Leo, who is your favorite reader? Oh, I don't know about that, Casey. No, seriously, who's your favorite reader, hun? No, it doesn't taste like coconut, does it, Bulldog? So tell us about your blessings, Daisy. Let's hear some good news tonight. Everybody give me something that you're grateful for. Let's focus on some good things. The frozen mango treat. Somebody gave me some mangoes today. Have you tried the sweet rice desserts with mango sauce on it? Oh, that's to die for. Your kitties. So delicious, makes good coconut milk. Coconut milk that doesn't taste like coconut. Ah, good, Elle. I'm glad. And you just got all your stuff come in too, right? I'm happy because it's finally raining. We need some rain. See, and now that Jenna's left, the chimes are ringing again. Well, I'm grateful for you, Casey. You have been a major, major contribution to me, okay? And I want to thank you for that. Daisy, that's exciting. Yeah, emotional support sometimes is more important than financial support, but you can be open to the financial support too. Just reframe that thinking a little bit. That's awesome, girl. But yeah, don't close down any financial avenues from the universe also. What else is possible financially? Bree and Daisy's are the ones that why I originally started the spiritual chat now. They're the ones that kept telling me, let's do this. You have an awesome fourth, Casey. And tell your Leo, your lion, that all of us said good night and have a happy fourth also. Well, hopefully we'll see you all Sunday. So, what kind of wonderful plans does everybody have for the fourth this weekend? Oh, I forgot to tell Casey. I started playing with the transparent tarot. It's going to be a while till I learn the pictures. Let me show you guys these pictures. Okay. This is the transparent tarot. Okay. And what you can do is you can stack them on top of each other to tell a story. Let me see. They're pretty awesome. I'm trying to learn all the pictures because the pictures are different. Sometimes I have to stop and look at what's it supposed to be. It's like I have to look up what is the. Okay, that's number 20. That's number 3. Oh, cool, girl. You say you know somebody over there too. That ought to help. That ought to help a lot. Oh, so that's interesting. This card. See how different these cards are. This card represents the Empress instead of having an Empress. Okay. So I'm playing with these, learning these. That's number 20. Just make sure that they don't work you to death, Daisy. This card is Judgment. Now that would be an awesome job too. See? Just keep asking the universe. What else is possible here? And look at you opened up the option of looking for another job, and something else that may be even better for you has popped up. That's awesome. That shows you're open to receiving. Number 20. Yeah, it said number 20 is Judgment. Yeah. New life. You should be able to check with the county and see how much is owed in taxes. I know there's a website, but I don't know what it is because I have a friend that looked up how much. In fact, they even looked up how much somebody owed on a house. But I think it's under county. It should be under the county information. All that should be public records, though, Bulldog. See, Bulldog has me started. I found a place down by Westcliff, Colorado. You could buy 40 acres of land for $19,000. I've been obsessing because I used to have 40 acres. It was awesome. My kids and my grandkids just had a ball. But it's something I experienced. Yeah. And some people buy up taxes, and then you have to pay them plus interest. If you don't want to put your email address on here, you could always send it to me and I'll send it to her. Because my email address is posted. But if there's past due taxes owed, like I said, some people can go in and buy those old taxes, and then you have to pay interest on those taxes also. So if they're behind on the house too, they may have, yeah. And you may owe back taxes to somebody else, plus interest. Yeah. So did you put in an application for the other job also, Daisy? You should be able to go in to look at the county and then put in the address. Yeah. There might be some stuff on YouTube on how to do that too. Mm-hmm. There's videos on YouTube for everything that you can think of. Sure, Carissa. What did you want to know, hon? I'll answer if I can. She said no cards needed, Bulldog. Go ahead and ask your question, Carissa. Ask your question, hon. I know what your intent was, hon. The Bulldog gets real protective, especially after last Sunday night. We had an incident last Sunday night that somebody went absolutely berserk. Okay, so the people that were not in here earlier, we originally started talking about anytime you ask somebody to do a reading for you, you open up your energy field for them and they could do anything, okay? Did you get that? So, Carissa, honey, ask your question. Okay, so this is what I do, okay? I close my eyes and I visualize the other person, and I visualize the cords between myself and them. Okay. I ask for the archangels to come in and cut and dissolve all ends of the cords. Okay. Now, this is something that keeps coming up. Okay, somebody brought this up earlier. If you have children with them, if you have friends in common, okay, I have it, Bulldog. Okay, I have it, Bulldog. Hold on. Ugh. Let's get this out of the way. Paste. Send. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so Carissa, if you have kids, if you have friends in common, family in common, or anything, then ask the archangels to color code the chords, okay, so that you can see if they have chords coming through another person to you. Yeah, I copied and pasted it and I sent it to her, okay? But I get the archangels involved and ask for all energy fields to be healed. Okay. Lakshmi. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. Yeah. So when you ask somebody, when you ask somebody to do a reading for you, you've given them permission to go into your energy field. They could do anything while they're in the energy field. And a lot of people don't realize that they think they're giving somebody permission to go in and mess with their energy field. It came up last Sunday, and it's when something like that comes up, it's something that I need to make people aware of, because I have spiritual protection up, and when something comes through that protection, it's something that needs to be in my awareness, and I need to make people aware of too. You can go in, you can withdraw, you can ask to withdraw your energy from that person to close the energy field. Oh, I understand that, Carissa. Oh. So, no, we're just not doing cards tonight. We're on Friday nights we just do spiritual talk. On Sunday nights we do cards. Okay? But I'm just trying to teach you guys some spiritual basics. We are doing cards, like I said, on Sundays, and I will start doing 1 week every night, a month. A couple people requested that. Yeah. So you guys can't get along. And Well, there's got to be some karmic lesson in there. Do you guys have any idea why? Okay, so this is one of the things I tell you. Sometimes you need to honor and respect each other's differences. Sometimes you have to agree to disagree if you're arguing about certain differences, okay? Maybe that's part of what you're supposed to be learning. Sit down and have a sincere talk about what you guys' differences are. What are deal breakers for you, okay? Yeah, that's hard because our belief systems block us from a lot of things. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. You know, in man's reality, we have the different beliefs and points of view, and it should be done like this and it should be done like that. But in God's reality, it's like, what can we create together, you know? Sometimes we have to get past man's reality. So, what can you two create together? That's the thing. That's why I say you need to sit down and have sincere talks. Yes, even bad people are God's children. Bad people have just forgotten who they are. Ah. So maybe that's the lesson in this lifetime, Carissa, is to get past the belief systems and points of view that man's reality is created in order to tap into God's reality. You know, if you guys are working together as a team, nobody's going to live your life but you. This is what I try to teach you guys. You have choices and decisions, you know. What can you create together that would work for both of you? You know, it's getting past those points of view and belief systems. It's the judgments and limitations that are taught to us in man's reality. Again, God's reality is to create and learn. I didn't feel like he's got caught yet either. And I don't think they're looking. Yes. What grand and glorious adventure can you two create together? And like I said, nobody lives your life but you. You know what's in your head, you know what's in your heart. You know, one of the things we need to learn to do is do what's right for us. That's when I pulled the Two of Wands. It talks about choosing two pathways. Well, there's a deer at the end of each one of those pathways. So that's telling me that the universe has opened up both pathways for you, okay? You just have to choose what works best for you. And sometimes we need to get past the limitations in order to find our happiness that man's reality has created for us. It's just like how many limitations has organized religion created for a lot of people. You know, a lot of people, for me, for an example, my mother told me as a child that everything I think, said, and did was written on a cloud and I was going to pay for everything I did. I was so scared of having boundaries and 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 um, and creating karma that I let everybody walk all over me and abuse me. So Carissa, sit down and have a talk with him. Yes, what can you create together? Okay? What can you have to look at what you can create together. Nobody else lives your life for you. Nobody else knows what's going to make you happy or not happy. Exactly. It's getting past the limitations and judgments that man's reality, and it's having the courage to do what's best for you. I mean, how many people back in the 60s, a white woman married a black man or vice versa? They were ostracized and cast out and everything else, but they lived their lives together and they were perfectly happy. You know, it's finding your truth, hun. It's finding your truth. Go for it, girl. Like I said, sit down and have some sincere talks. I'm not saying it's not going to be without obstacles, but who else lives your life for you? You know? Who else lives your life for you? So sometimes you have to do what's right for you. You know, and if your family loves and honors you and respects you for who you are, then they will accept your choices. Yeah, Bulldog is real strict. Yeah, she's like, Mom, yeah, you should have. Last Sunday night, when something went absolutely bizarre because this woman had entities all through her, this is one of the reasons that I had to bring up that when you open up your energy field, you open your energy field to somebody when you ask them to do a reading for you. Because she wanted healing, and then she didn't want the healing. She said I was invading her sovereignty. And that's something that an entity would say. The entities went berserk because they didn't want her to learn how to clear them. Okay, so it got crazy, and in a situation like that, all you can say is, okay, I'm wrong, you're right. I'm wrong, you're right. You know, because no matter what you tell her, her reality is that I was invading her sovereignty. Okay. But she gave me permission to do a reading for her, and that opened up her whole energy field. And I just knew she had all these entities, and they didn't want me to know that she had all these entities. They didn't want her to clear them. So it blew up the whole chat and made everybody uncomfortable, and she finally left, and some of the women came in and that were watching came in and cleared the energy, and then we finished doing readings. Yeah, that was intense. So you have that free will, hun. You have choices and decisions. It's what are you going to do with your choices and decisions, you know? Yeah. The thing was, this woman had it wasn't her, it was entities. And they didn't, yeah, it was just crazy. Just crazy. I never know what, and it's funny because I thought about it afterwards. This woman had, this woman, I had done, I usually don't do healing work on YouTube. I usually tell you guys how to do it, but Taddy was on here one night and she came on. It was late, and we cleared a bunch of stuff off of her. Then she had like a scorpion attached to the whole side of her body, and we cleared. I showed her how to clear that. So sometimes we just pick up on energy. So I try to give you guys the tools to help yourself. The bubble technique, who does it belong to, how to cut cords, how to put up a mirror to deflect somebody's energy back to them. If somebody is still invading your space, you can put a mirror up on the outside of you. You can put up an infinite wall. Okay, slam the door, lock it, put the key away somewhere else in case you ever need to open it for any reason. There's multitudes of ways, infinite ways of blocking things, you know? So, yeah. Sometimes we just need to be aware. And she told me, she says, "Can I call you on Messenger?" And we talked, and she was not open to anything I was seeing. And then all of a sudden she got real quiet. She started asking me some really, really personal questions and stuff. And it's like, okay, that was not comfortable. I try not to get too invasive, but sometimes I need to ask questions. But please be aware when you ask somebody for a reading that you are opening up their space. Because I think that's because she told me that she was having tons and tons of readings done. And even Bulldog picked up that there was 3 people or beings. I'm thinking it actually, what you were picking up on, Bulldog, was there was 3 entities that were doing this to her. And that they didn't want her to clear them. They were too busy running her programs. And sometimes we have to just center ourselves and take a deep breath and calm down. If you were having a panic attack, I want you to look at that, because your body will tell you something before your awareness, hun. Okay? My niece messaged me today and wanted to know whether she should trust this doctor to deliver her baby. And I said, "Well, what does your body say?" And she says, "My body likes this doctor. My brain keeps telling me to get rid of him." I said, "Listen to your body. Your body has more awareness than your mental, your mental mind does. Your mental mind is influenced by ego. So pay attention to what your body tells you, hun." I'm a logical, sensible person, and I had a panic attack one time in my life when some guy wanted to come and visit me, and my body was telling me, "No, this is not a good idea. No, this is not a good person." And I had to honor that, because that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. It was just an awareness that I needed to be aware of. So pay attention to your gut feeling and what your body's telling you. Does that make sense? Yeah, and then that's one of the things, I keep asking you guys, what kind of spiritual growth have you gone through since you've been stuck at home and been locked down and had time to slow down and listen to what your intuition is telling you? Follow that gut feeling. Follow that no. Your mind is going to be the last thing you know. Your body will react first. Your heart will react. And then once you get to the mental, then the ego also interferes with things. So pay attention to that gut feeling. And that's one of the things I try to teach you guys is to be still, sit down and think of something that makes you totally happy and just relax into it. Okay? And then ask something that you know is not good for you and you can tell where your body tenses up. That's like training your body to show you a yes and a no. I had one gal that came in. I asked her, she goes, is this guy good for me? And I said, close your eyes, find your happy place, and then think about him. What happens? She says, I got excited and I had butterflies in my stomach. And it's like, okay, so that's telling me that it's good. But if your body tenses up somewhere, and one gal got sick to her stomach, that's telling me that this person's not good for you. So that's one of the reasons now we're going to do spiritual talks, because I'm trying to pull out all these tools that I've learned over the years that I need to remember also, because I have to dig deep sometimes and really pull out some things. But, I'm trying to give you guys tools in order to make your lives better. But you could always put out the intent too. When you want to close your energy field from somebody being in there, you could say, I now withdraw my energy, But I just needed to make you guys aware of that. That's something that came up. So why am I not wearing my speaks? What do you mean, hon? Oh, my glasses? Because I forgot to grab them before. I forgot to grab them. And then it was already 7 o'clock. Yeah, because you could tell because I squint, huh? I just didn't have time to grab them tonight. I had went and bought groceries and stuff, and I had to put those away, and I wanted to be on time tonight, so. You're welcome, hon. Well, we're going to try to do them every Friday night, so if you guys have questions, bring them up, and I do think I'll have to pull out some of my animal books, and maybe one night we could talk about what some of the animal meetings is. And if you want to know what your totem is, before you go to sleep, ask your angels to help you remember your dreams, and then ask what your totem is, for your totem to appear in a dream that you will remember. Okay? And then we could talk about totems. Some totems come in your life and spend their whole lives with you, and some totems just come in order to teach us lessons. So I was telling, I don't know if you were here earlier, I told my granddaughter to do that, but her 5-year-old son did it. So he's a deer. So I told her last time I saw her, I said, have you gone into your dreams and asked what your totem is yet? And she goes, no, not yet. And I said, you're a chicken. Talking about her being afraid to go in and ask. And she stamped her foot and she goes, no, Grandma, you do not get to pick what my totem is. So she went and told her sister. She goes, Grandma asked me what my totem was, and then she told me I was a chicken. She does not get to pick my totem, and I had to laugh. I said, oh my God, this girl's in her 20s. Oh, the universe has a sense of humor. So I never know what's going to pop up. I had a guy today that I stopped to see about possibility of getting a free dryer and had no way to get it home, and ended up talking to him about spirituality, and he broke down and cried. It's like, okay, I didn't get anything done that I needed to do in Parker this morning, but apparently I was supposed to be there to talk to this man. I thought, maybe he'll be nice and he'll drop off the dryer for me, but didn't cross his mind. But that's okay. Apparently I had something he needed to hear and I taught him the bubble technique. He was playing with it right there. He says, wow. I never know. I just kind of go wherever I'm led, Gotta follow that knowing. Thank you, Riddy. Oh, what I need is a haircut. Ugh. But it's so iffy getting in to get a haircut anymore. You gotta have appointments. Yeah. Yes, Bulldog, you need to go in and watch the bubble technique now. Yeah, we all need haircuts. Look at this. It doesn't want to do anything anymore. I just comb it out now and hope it doesn't frizz up on me. Yeah, it's different. It's just like I said, it has a mind of its own. So yeah, and sometimes I wear my glasses, sometimes I don't. So yes, we're all getting back to our natural selves. I'm starting to get silver hair right in here too. So that's been interesting. Instead of gray hair, it's turning silver right here. It's not, well, it's starting to on this side a little bit. Yeah. Okay. English, please. I hope you're all taking care of yourselves. I hope you're all taking time to do some things that you've always wanted to do. Okay? There's a reason that everything is slowed down for us, and I'm sure one of those reasons is connecting back to spirit, because if you slow down and you listen to what spirit's trying to tell you, it makes a huge difference. Yeah, just like sometimes you get a feeling where, well, I need to take a different route home. And then you find out later there was a major accident in the way that you usually go home. Little things like that can make a huge difference. But just taking the time to listen, slow down and listen to what spirit has to say is huge. Good, 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 good. And pay attention to also what your body says. Like I said, your body will give you warnings of things. Okay? Yes. Pay attention to those gut feelings, though. And ask the universe questions. What else do I need to be aware of? What do I need to see in the situation? What can be better than this? What else is possible here? Because sometimes that opens up avenues that we never even would have thought of, you know? So ask open-ended questions. And I had a gal, she sent me a video, and it was a pastor talking about back in December, he had some prophetic dreams. And he says, you can talk to the 10 men in my men's group, and they can confirm this. And he was talking about protesting with masks and fires and buildings being burned up and people being sick and dying, and they were pounding on the calendar and telling him to be aware, be aware, be aware. And then he said he had another dream the other night, and they were showing him November. Now, the thing is, for one thing, I felt like this, okay, he didn't say for everybody to pray, because prayer does make a difference, okay? To me, he was more promoting fear. So I told her, in fact, let me read it to you. Let me read it. Where are you? Facebook. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so I told her, I said, okay, let's break this down some. Let's look at this as an awareness, like he said. So you prepare not out of fear, but awareness. Remember that fear is the opposite of love. Tap into the love. Prepare not out of fear, but awareness. So food storage is always good. No problem with that. Owning a gun is good. It's good for emergencies. And then I told her the last time we had these planetary alignments was the time of the Reformation, okay? Back then, the whole world changed and our money systems changed too, okay? Change is coming. These planets are coming together 3 times, and the second time is June, July. And the third time is early next year. So just be aware of what's going on. Do not buy into the fear, because that is what the Antichrist is. He is fear and God is love. Remember, you also have open-ended prayer and visualization to shift and change things. So she messaged back and she says, I absolutely love this. But you know, it's people holler that love, that hate is the opposite of love, but no, what's underlying all that hate is fear. Okay? And if you start buying into the fear, then you're not listening to your intuition and your logic. Okay, that's part of the ego. The ego tells you you can't do something, but your intuition says, yes, all things are possible. You know? All things are possible if you believe. And if you just listen. Does that make sense? The ego will always tell you you can't do something. But we're made in the image of God. What does that tell you? God can manifest anything. If we just get past the limitations and the judgments that man's reality teaches us, we can manifest anything we want. And like the Wicca say, do what you will, but do no harm. You know, and when I was reading about the violet flame and how that was created, and the lords of karma said, yeah, well, we know how mankind's misusing free will. Well, free when you take away somebody else's free will, that's misusing it, you know, or using it to hurt other people. That's not what it was made for either, you know, or to control people. So that's yeah, that's all tapping into the fear, you know. So, you guys have any questions? Nobody's talking, so maybe it's time to close down for the night. Yeah, I'm getting sleepy too. It helps when I have interaction and everybody's tired tonight and just listening. Okay, well, I guess nobody has any questions, so maybe we'll shut it down for tonight. We will be on Sunday night to do readings and spiritual talk again. So, yeah. So, everybody have an awesome weekend. Awesome 4th of July for the people that are here in the U.S. Everybody take care of yourselves. Be safe. Be smart. You know, be aware of what's going on. Awareness changes everything, you know. You don't have to react to it. You don't have to put a judgment on it. Just be aware, you know, things are popping up that we need to be aware of. Just pay attention. You know, listen to your body, listen to your intuition. And I will let you all go for tonight. We'll do this again next Friday night. As soon as everybody gets the book, The Dark Side of the Light Chasers, then we will start doing a metaphysical book club on Wednesday nights. Okay. If anybody's still interested in that. So just waiting for everybody to get it all together. Tattie's usually here, but she's got company from out of town for a month. So yeah. Okay. Everybody, we're closing up for the night, and thank you for being here and contributing. And everybody, take care and namaste.